Hi there, and welcome to Simplifly. My name is Mark, and this is my awesome brother, Robbie.
Hi there.
Before we begin, we just want to thank you for these amazing comments we've been getting. You've been giving us encouragement. Some people even are saying that we need some more beginner series. So thank you everyone for your comments.
And today in this episode, we're going to be taking our first steps into the hobby by selecting an airframe. And this is nothing that expert pilots haven't heard of before. So we want to ask all the experts out there to please share this with anybody that would benefit from it.
Yep.
And there are some great airframes to begin on. But on the other hand, there are some not so great to begin with. Exactly like this Corsair here.
This is one of my favorite planes,
Yeah.
but it's not really my type of plane because it's more of a fast, very acrobatic plane.
Yes.
But luckily there are some good planes that are just about as good as this.
Exactly. And one of the key factors about this airplane here is that it's very aerobatic and that it's fast. But it's also scale, and scale usually means that you don't want to begin with it. But some scale airplanes are very good beginners. So just keep that in mind. But there are a couple of airplanes that are much better than this to begin flying on.
Yep.
One example of that is this Super Cub right here.
Yep.
Now, this is a great airplane because it's a high-wing trainer, very slow, has a nice big airfoil and a lot of wing area, which makes it almost the perfect trainer.
Cool.
But there's a Super Cub, the Apprentice, and now there's the Sensei that has just come out, all of which are amazing trainers if you want to go out and buy yourself an airframe.
So I've been hearing about all these awesome things, but really, what's the minimum required in a plane like this?
So there are three major categories that are in every single airframe, whether it's one that you go out and buy or one that you just make yourself. And that begins with the radio setup. This includes a transmitter, and this transmitter here actually belongs to this airframe. Then there's a receiver and a servo. Then for the power setup, you have a battery right here. You have an ESC, and then you have a motor. And now there are different kinds of electronics here. You can have many different shapes and sizes of motors, bigger or smaller ESCs, and bigger or smaller batteries. So it really comes down to whatever is suggested for this airframe, or whatever fits it.
There are a lot of components here, Robbie. So what do they cost?
So this airframe right here, the Super Cub, costs about $200. But that includes everything. And it includes the airframe itself, the electronics inside, 2 spare propellers. It comes with a transmitter, a receiver already inside, 1 battery and a battery charger. So everything's ready to go. Just some minimal assembly on the tail, and that's about it. But the Apprentice, however, costs a little bit more because it has a little bit more functionality and more application. So that goes for about $270 to $300, which is getting pretty expensive. But it does have ailerons, which this airplane does not have, which is really nice. And then the Sensei, I believe, now goes for about $200, anywhere to $300. Again, so it's really that if you want to go out and buy your airplane, it's about in the $200 range to $300 range.
Okay. But unfortunately, we have a tight budget. We don't have that much money. So we can't buy a lot of planes like this.
Exactly.
Luckily, there's something else you can do. You can now take foam board and just make planes at home.
Exactly. It's the do-it-yourself version.
Yep. And one of our favorite planes, one of the most popular made-by-home planes, very simple, is the FT Flyer. And here's the FT Flyer.
Exactly. So here it is. It's that simple. This is exactly what it looks like before you build it.
Yep.
All the FT Flyers made out is foam board, maybe some packing tape for reinforcement, bamboo skewers, and then voila, you have a nice flying airplane that is extremely light. And if you look here, this airplane has 2 servos. It just has a rudder and an elevator, but because it's only made of 1 sheet of foam board on the wings here, it is very light and very durable and easy to fix. And as you can see here, we had a little bit of a crash, but we just
not a little bit, because we had a big crash and a lot of the stuff broke. But all we had to do is cut out that piece, put in a new piece, and back here on this pod, all you need to do is patch up this one piece back there. So
Exactly.
after a huge crash,
So it's very simple.
Minimal setup. Yeah.
And the only downside of this is that you have to go out and buy all the electronics, so the servos, the motor, the ESC, the battery, by themselves. So you don't have any support that you get. Just comes with these airplanes right here. But there are many upsides of that. Is that it's easily repairable. It's
less
very
cost.
easy. Yes, less cost. Very easy to get in the hobby with. And this is actually the way we suggest you guys get into the hobby.
That's how I got into the hobby.
Exactly. So now that we have two of different types of planes here, one that you go out and buy, and the other that you make yourself.
Let's see how they fly.
Exactly. Let's pop a battery in them and see how they fly. Alright, so we're here at the field, ready to put the airplanes up.
Yep.
And what do you say we begin with this one, Spark, and then we'll go to the FT Flyer. Alright, let's go. Nicely. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Go. Flying nicely, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah.
And now this airplane here is modified to have ailerons, which it doesn't come stock with. We just thought to make it a better flyer, we'd use this.
Yeah.
And it's actually flying really nicely at the moment, even though it's quite windy. What do you say, Spark?
Yep. Some planes wouldn't be able to handle this one.
Exactly. And maybe without the ailerons, it probably wouldn't be able to handle this wind. But I think it's flying really nice. It has a nice flight envelope. And
even without the ailerons, it's still a really good plane.
exactly. So I think it's doing really nicely up there. It's super windy today, though it's handling it very nicely.
Unfortunately, the FT Flyers might not handle it as well, though they'll probably
Maybe
still
not.
handle it.
So Spark, come look how big stick movements I'm having to use with this wind.
Oh, wow.
Mark, stand closer.
Not that much.
Yeah.
Probably thanks to the ailerons.
Uh-huh. But it's flying really nicely. Hopefully we get it back in one piece.
You're too good of a pilot to not take that stuff back in one piece.
Hey, who said that?
What?
Alright, wanna bring it down?
Sure.
Okay, let's bring her down and we'll try.
Stuff back in one piece.
Hey, who said that?
What?
Alright, wanna bring it down?
Sure.
Okay, let's bring her down and we'll try.
Ooh,
bit
not
of a
the
tough
best
landing there.
lander.
Alright, now we're gonna put the FT Flyer up, and Mark this time is actually gonna be flying it.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit quite windy actually, but we're gonna see how it does. Ready?
Yeah.
Checking your control surfaces. Give your water one up. There we go.
That works.
All the surfaces ready? Looks good.
Yep.
Okay, let's do this. Okay. Ready, Sparky? Okay,
Nervous but ready.
Cool. Throttle up. Look at that.
Woo! Flies really nicely. Sensitive to touch when you put the throttle up.
It is. Nice.
Get a little higher. Wind's kind of affecting it.
Hmm.
Better than I expected, though.
Exactly.
Uh-oh,
Flying
uh-oh.
really nice. Throttle down.
Not the best landing.
Doesn't matter. Good enough.
Yep.
Alright, so we had a little bit of a crash there, but everything's fine. Not even a broken propeller.
Yeah.
And,
Well, actually, the crash actually turned into a very good landing. I actually did a flip. So. Nothing
Great
I would
landings.
normally do.
Great landings turn out of nothing almost.
Yep.
Okay, right, let's put it in the air a second time. Check to make sure it run up. There you go. Just wait for the wind to die down. Hold it a second. Throttle down, throttle down. Wait for the wind. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. And there we are. Now, I must say the FT Flyer flies extremely nicely. What do you say?
Yeah.
Even
And
though it's
also,
quite
have
windy.
you seen this FT Flyer? It's got tape all over it and stuff.
Yeah,
Must have had it's had some hard landings. So
it definitely has. And this is actually the way we recommend that everybody gets into the hobby.
Yeah, easy to repair. Turn the sensitivity down. It's the awesome beginner.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Oh, another landing, but you know what? Hey, you know what? Maybe we should put both our FT Flyers up.
Oh yeah.
That's a good idea.
Really good idea.
Let's go get that one.
one is broken.
Is that
So got both of them there.
Alright, here we go. Ready? Right, so Mark's up now.
Let's get you up.
Another FOSS tip, you guys always want to make sure your airplanes are balanced here. And you want to find the CG, which we've marked here, and then accordingly put the battery. And so I'm ready to launch. Just check everything once again. I'm ready to go. Here I go. Alright, Spark, how's yours flying?
Awesome.
Mine is flying really nicely too, even though it's quite windy.
Uh-oh.
Close combat there, huh?
Yep.
I wonder if I can do a loop on this thing. Let's see.
Probably can.
We're getting stuck in a tree?
Yeah.
It's okay. Alright, let me quickly do one loop. Last loop, and then let's come down and land this baby.
Push it, Robbie.
And it's flying really nicely, although Mark's is somewhere up in that tree to my left. Right where I'm going to come down and land, and let's go help Mark. And this is actually probably the best way to get in the hobby. Very easy to fly, super light. So if any of you guys out there want to get into the hobby, this is the plane you want to go with. And you can go to flighttest.com to get more details about the FT Flyer. And it's a scratch build. It's really awesome. Let me come down and land.
And as you can see, I'm not the best pilot.
So here's up in the tree there somewhere. We'll get it down. And the FT Flyer is definitely the best way to get into the hobby. And come here, Mark. Even though you crashed yours in, we still had a lot of fun. So thanks, guys, for watching. Please subscribe, like, and hopefully we'll have another one coming out relatively soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Hi.
Bye. All right, Margaret, I'm stuck in that tree.
Yeah. I think we should get it down.
I have no idea.